At night, a Gothic castle rested atop a misty mountain, shrouded in an eerie veil of fog. The moonlight cast an ethereal glow over the ancient stone walls, which seemed to come alive with strange, ghostly whispers. Hovering over the castle was a winged man, his wings glinting in the pale moonlight. He was a creature of legend, feared and revered by all who knew of him. He watched over the castle like a guardian, his eyes scanning the darkness for any signs of danger. But he was not alone. A ranger with long brown hair, bright green eyes, and a thick beard stood in the forest below, his skin glowing with an otherworldly light. He wore a light leather armor, and a quiver of arrows hung from his back. In his hand, he held a longbow, its string taut and ready for action. The ranger had been sent on a mission to investigate the Gothic castle, which was rumored to be home to dark and dangerous forces. He had been warned of the winged man, and told to approach him with caution. But the ranger was not one to back down from a challenge. He had faced many dangers in his life, and he was not afraid to face this one head-on. He took a deep breath, tightened his grip on the longbow, and stepped out of the cover of the forest. The winged man saw him immediately and descended from the sky, his massive wings beating the air. The ranger tensed, ready to defend himself if necessary. But to his surprise, the winged man spoke to him in a calm, steady voice. "What brings you here, ranger?" he asked, his eyes fixed on the human below. "I seek the truth about this castle," the ranger replied, his voice steady despite his nerves. "I have heard rumors of dark magic and dangerous creatures. I must know if they are true." The winged man regarded him for a moment, then nodded slowly. "I see," he said. "Very well. I will take you to the castle, but you must be careful. There are many dangers here, and not all of them are visible." The ranger nodded, and the winged man gestured for him to follow. They flew over the castle walls and landed on the other side, where the ranger was confronted by a world of shadows and mystery. Strange shapes moved in the darkness, and the air was thick with a palpable sense of danger. But the ranger was not afraid. He drew an arrow from his quiver and stepped forward, his longbow at the ready. He knew that he was walking into the unknown, but he was determined to uncover the secrets of the castle, no matter what the cost. As they approached the castle gates, the ranger noticed that the winged man's wings seemed to shimmer and pulse with an inner light. He wondered what kind of creature he was, and what other powers he might possess. But there was no time to ponder such questions. The castle gates loomed before them, massive and forbidding. The ranger drew a deep breath and pushed them open, his senses alert for any sign of danger. Inside the castle, the air was thick with the scent of decay and rot. Cobwebs hung from every corner, and the walls were covered in strange and unsettling runes. The ranger felt his skin crawl, but he pressed on, determined to uncover the truth. As he moved deeper into the castle, he heard strange noises coming from the shadows. Growls and hisses echoed through the halls, and he knew that he was not alone. Suddenly, a figure appeared before him, its eyes glowing with an unholy light. It was a creature of darkness, with sharp claws and a gaping maw filled with razor-sharp teeth. The ranger drew his bow and fired, his arrow striking the creature in the chest. It screeched in pain and lunged at him, but he was too quick. He dodged its attack and fired another arrow, this one hitting its mark and sending the creature crashing to the ground. But there were more of them, and they closed in on him from all sides. The ranger fought with all his might, his arrows finding their mark time and time again. But there were too many of them, and he knew that he could not hold them off forever. Just when all seemed lost, the winged man appeared, his wings beating the air with incredible force. He swept down on the creatures, his talons tearing into their flesh with deadly precision. Together, the ranger and the winged man fought their way through the castle, battling the dark forces that lurked in the shadows. And in the end, they emerged victorious, their courage and skill overcoming even the darkest of magic. As they stepped out into the night air, the ranger turned to the winged man and thanked him for his help. The creature nodded in acknowledgement, his eyes glowing with an inner light. "You are a brave warrior, ranger," he said. "But you should not have come here alone. There are many dangers in this world, and not all of them can be defeated by a single man." The ranger nodded, knowing that the winged man spoke the truth. He had learned a valuable lesson, and he knew that he would carry it with him always, wherever his adventures might take him.